Welcome to this episode of the Boxlight Mimio Seeing is Believing series. In this episode, we'll be discussing lesson creation and how easy it is to do with the MimioStudio notebook software. Let's get started. Using the notebook software, there are three different ways to quickly and easily create lessons. The first of which is using the included gallery. The MimioStudio gallery is loaded full of images, backgrounds, multimedia objects, and other things you can use to create lesson content quickly and easily simply by dragging it onto a slide. The second method of lesson creation is by using the built-in activity wizard. Our activity wizard, using three simple steps, will allow you to create activities that you and your students can use in class. And then finally, the MimioStudio notebook software will allow you to import various pieces of content directly into your lesson, such as PowerPoints, Word documents, and much more. Let's get started and create some. There are three different ways you can use your MimioStudio gallery. We can search for content, browse for content through the folders, or expand the various tabs and look for the content you're after. We simply open the MimioStudio gallery by clicking the button on our toolbar. Once the gallery is open, we have our search tab right up at the top, where I can use the on-screen keyboard to search for a piece of content, or we can browse through our folders and find the particular subject and the content we're after there. The first type of content we have in our gallery are images. Images could be various clip art or high-resolution photography, such as our animals here. The next type of content included in the MimioStudio gallery are our templates. We can expand the Templates tab, scroll down for whatever template we want to use, and drag it out. These templates could be simple backgrounds, such as you see here, or it could be a background with various objects that we can move around and manipulate. And then finally, the third type of content included in the MimioStudio gallery is multimedia. Inside the multimedia section of our gallery, we house various flash objects, such as dice that you can roll, audio files, like our applause, and other flash tools that make lesson creation very easy and exciting for your students. So let's get started with the activity wizard. We'll launch the activity wizard by clicking the button at the top, choose our subject, our grade level, and what type of chart we're going to use. Next, we'll select our topic. In this case, we'll do animal classification, and we'll pick amphibians, arthropods, and finally, reptiles. We'll click next, next, and finish. And just that quickly, we now have an activity that we can use with our students. All of the objects down here at the bottom can be dragged easily into the appropriate column. If the students get the answer correct, we get a check mark. If the answer is incorrect, you get an X. Down here at the bottom of the activity wizard, it's very easy to select and update your choice pool, solve the activity, or reset your answers. In this case, I can hit Update Choices. You'll notice all of my animals have now been updated to different animals, and we can continue using this activity with a whole nother group of students. The third method of lesson creation is by importing your own content into the MimioStudio notebook. There are a variety of different file types that you can import directly into the MimioStudio notebook software. The first of which is Flash. Adobe Flash is fully supported and can be dragged right out onto a slide. The Flash activity or animation will then play directly on the Mimio notebook slide. The next type of content are Microsoft Word documents. These can be documents that are in .doc format or .docx. Next, Microsoft PowerPoint. Just like Word documents, these can be .ppt or .pptx files. Of course, we also support a variety of different video file types, such as AVIs, MPEGs, and MP4s. Audio files are also supported in a variety of different popular formats, such as MP3 and WAV. And finally, Adobe PDF files can also be inserted directly into your notebook. Let's take a look at how easy it is to import different content directly onto a notebook slide. We'll expand our toolbox by double-clicking on the paintbrush. Then we'll choose our Media button and then Insert File. At this point, we need only browse for the file types that we're after. I'll scroll up, and first we'll choose some picture files. Simply select the picture you'd like to import, then choose Open. Once the picture comes onto the slide, it's completely dynamic. I can, of course, size it, rotate it, or if I don't like it, delete it right off the slide. This process is exactly the same no matter what content it is that you want to import onto your slide. Next, let's bring in some video files onto the Mimio notebook slide. We're going to use the exact same process. Choose Insert File, browse for our video, select it, and click Open. The video is then dropped right onto the notebook slide, and of course, we can play it, fast forward, and pause. All of our tools in our toolbox can then be used directly over the video. Let's take a look at importing an audio file. Again, we'll use the exact same process. Browse for our audio file, select it, click Open, and now that audio file is also embedded in the notebook. Just like videos, we can play our audio file, fast forward it, rewind it, and pause your audio. Now let's move on to importing documents into the MimioStudio notebook lesson. Importing documents follows the exact same process as our pictures, audio, and video files. We'll choose our Media button, Insert File, and then simply browse for the document you'd like to import. In this case, I'll bring in a PDF file. We'll select the PDF file that we want to use and then click Open. In this case, this PDF is 2 pages, so I'll get 2 new slides in my notebook. The first slide, of course, being page 1, the second slide being page 2. And here's our imported PDF. You'll notice the PDFs and other documents come in as a full page. At this point, we can use our Zoom tool to zoom in on our document, scroll around it, and then access any of the other tools in our toolbox to work right over the top of this document. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Boxlight Mimio Seeing is Believing series. Make sure to come back for more soon.